You are royalty, and wisdom is your treasure and armor. The overwhelming number of liars makes it so that the world is no longer led. The world is moving at random. It is all gibberish. But free and open, and above all, wise narrated books is how the world will be fixed in no time. Books held in high esteem, chapter here, chapter there, have the power to restore minds. The library the children need to alter the future must be honest, powerful, and above all, authentic. And their classroom must be nature and adventure, not little prison-like classrooms that you yourselves couldn't wait to get out of. There's plenty of time to make our way towards wisdom and have the liars run for cover. There's so much time that you, out of your own deepest integrities, have more than enough time to learn to write life-changing books. Yes, there are countless ways to share wisdom, but the second to sharing in person is always wise books narrated by their authors. Let your thoughts add to create a magnificent treasure and write it all down. Or just grab a microphone first and later write it all down. If you don't know where to start with Vonnegut's words. True terror is to wake up one morning and discover that your high school class is running the country. So fix high school, so that the children are not forced to pretend to learn. Because there cannot be such a thing as standard education. A growing mind needs adventure, not a brain processing factory. Or start with Rand's shrug and teach your children to rise by quoting from her book. Do not let your fire go out, spark by irreplaceable spark, in the hopeless swamps of the not quite, the not yet, and the not at all. Do not let the hero in your soul perish in lonely frustration for life you deserved and have never been able to reach. The world you desire can be won. It exists. It is real. It is possible. Quote Thoreau, if Vonnegut and Rand are too modern for you. I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. I did not wish to live what was not life. Living is so dear. Nor did I wish to practice resignation, unless it was quite necessary. I wanted to live deep and suck out all the marrow of life, to live so sturdily and Spartan-like as to put to rout all that was not life, to cut a broad swath and shave close, to drive life into a corner and reduce it to its lowest terms. If that's too much, then quote Whitman. Cosmos, who includes diversity and is nature, who is the amplitude of the earth and the coarseness and sexuality of the earth and the great charity of the earth and the equilibrium also. Who has not looked forth from the windows the eyes for nothing, or whose brain held audience with messengers for nothing? Who contains believers and disbelievers? Who is the most majestic lover? Who holds duly his or her triune proportion of realism, spiritualism, and of the aesthetic or intellectual? Who, having considered the body, finds all its organs and parts good? Who out of the theory of the earth and of his or her body understands by subtle analogies all other theories? The theory of a city, a poem, and of the large politics of these states. Who believes not only in our globe with its sun and moon, but in other globes with their suns and moons. Who, constructing the house of himself or herself, not for a day, but for all time, sees races, eras, dates, generations, the past, the future, dwelling there like space, inseparable, together. Let us all take to wisdom, so that liars have no shadow to slither in. Only wisdom can keep the future safe. It is our most magnificent treasure. May the best of your quotes and poems be scattered across countless future writings.